We live on a planet that millions of different unique animal species call home. Some have colorful feathers and a sharp beak. Some are cold-blooded and have scales covering them from head to tail. And others are fierce and strong and reign at the top of their ecosystems. And many in between. Here are 7 commonly believed animal facts that are nothing but a myth. You've probably heard the myth that bees can only sting you once, and when a bee stings you, it dies. This, however, is not true. Many types of bees can sting you multiple times and fly away to tell the tale. But all bees have the capability of stinging you more than once. This myth probably came from the fact that a bee stinger can easily get stuck in your skin because it's very frail, and if it does happen, it will sadly die. But it's definitely not a certainty that a bee can only sting you once. Many people believe that giraffes only sleep for 30 minutes a day. This is because giraffes' sleep cycles only last around 30 or 35 minutes, or even shorter than that. This is probably what caused the myth that giraffes only sleep that short amount of time during the day, because unless you were watching a giraffe for 24 hours straight, you probably would only see one sleep cycle. Also, fun fact, giraffes can sleep lying down, standing up, or even leaning against a tree. If you're like me, you once thought, or probably still think, that chameleons can blend in with their surroundings on a whim. You've probably seen some cartoon or anime movie that includes a chameleon that all it had to do was camouflage with its special power to blend into any color palette that was behind it. This, however, is not true. Chameleons have an incredible ability to change color, but they're more like a mood ring than an actual superpower having animal, because they have the ability to change color, but it's really based on their temperature, their mood, and their other characteristics of their current environment that they're in. Sharks have an amazing sense of smell, as many predators do on our planet. However, it's simply a myth that they can smell blood for up to a mile in ocean water. They can smell blood for up to a quarter mile away, which is still remarkable. But this myth probably came from the 70s and 80s when movies like Jaws came out, which really led to the unneeded and forced fear of sharks in the public eye. If you've ever seen a porcupine in a movie or a TV show that's animated, you've most likely seen a porcupine shoot its quills to fight off an oncoming attacker. This is probably what made you believe that porcupines do this in real life as well, but it's simply not true. Porcupines are unable to shoot their quills like arrows, as one may believe, but their quills are still very sharp and dangerous, and are very loosely connected to their back, which allows them to come off very easily when protecting themselves from oncoming attackers. They're more of a melee weapon compared to a ranged weapon, so you still have to be very careful around them. At some point in your childhood, you've definitely had someone tell you that if you cut a worm in half, it will grow into 2 different earthworms and be able to stay alive. This is definitely not true, so please don't go around cutting earthworms in half. This myth probably came from the fact that when you cut an earthworm in half, both sides of the worm will still wriggle around for a little bit until the worm dies. But this is far from having capability of being able to grow into 2 different worms from 2 different halves. It is a common myth that bats are completely blind and only use things like sonar to be able to find their way around caves and other environments that they live in. Bats are not only not blind though, they actually have eyesight that is very comparable to humans. The belief that the bat is blind most likely came from the fact that they live in a very dark environment, and are nocturnal, and in other animals that live in very similar environments are blind because evolution has not forced them to need to be able to evolve to have eyes that can use vision similar to other animals like us. Thank you for watching this video on 7 different animal misconceptions that we still believe today. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe as I have many more exciting videos on the way. And while you're here, feel free to click on one of the 2 videos on your screen right now and give them a watch, as I'm sure you'll love those videos too if you like this video. Have a great day and stay pondering.